Kiambu TV thĩinĩ wa Tenda Wema 254 kiumia gĩkĩ thukuru-inĩ wa mũthingi wa Nyanjega tũkĩmũrĩka ũthiũ mwerũ wa thukuru ũyũ hamwe na gũthoma maingĩ kuma gũkũ megiĩ ũrĩa tũngĩnyitĩrĩra rũciũ rwa ciana citũ, tondũ rĩu kũgerera kambuni ya Elgon Kenya iroto na cioneki cia arutwo a thukuru ũyũ nĩ cikinyanĩire. Thukuru ũyũ wambĩrĩirie na irathi cia mbaũ mĩaka-inĩ ya 1980 na thutha-inĩ ũgĩakwo irathi cia mahiga mwaka-inĩ wa 1984 nĩ bamĩrĩ ya Kantaria. Bimal Kantaria rĩwe mũrũgamĩrĩri mũnene wa Elgon Kenya.
Nyanjega Primary School started way back in the 80s as we were growing up in the neighborhood, and with the help of the Kantaria family, their grandfather Nanal Kantaria, they are the founders of this school. They started way back those years.
Bereni ilikuwa imejengwa na bao pahali hapo karibu na tunaita police post, iko hapa chini tu. So those people came in. They tried to construct, you can see they have done so many things here in the school. They tried to construct the permanent structures, then ilikuwa abao. After that, they constructed a nursery school, which is that block that we are now calling the dining hall. And as the years progressed, their projects were forgotten and they became dilapidated.
Hizo classrooms za kwanza zenye zilijengwa 1984 hazikuwa guzo tena until this year. So you can imagine venye kulikuwa na mashimo kwa class, kwa floors zilikuwa zimejaa mashimo. One time mtu anatembea, the next tunamuokota chini. Kulikuwa na giza sana. Kama asubuhi mngearrive mngesoma jua muoni kitu.
When I joined this school, I was 8 years old. Ilikuwa inakaa sijui nisemeaje, jela tu, shimo kila pahali, dirisha zilikuwa zimepasuka, roof ilikuwa inamwaga maji. Sasa kulikuwa na baridi hadi ukikuja shule kama umenyeshewa. Sometimes mvua ilikuwa inanyesha, mnakuja mnapata class pia kuna maji ndani. Sasa tena mwanze kuosha kabla malize tena ndo mwanze kusoma na mko wet na hakuna pali penye mnaweza kaukia. So it was very hard.
Mũrutani mũnene thukuru-inĩ ũyũ atarĩirie atĩ aciari aingĩ thukuru-inĩ ũyũ marutaga ciĩbarũa mĩgũnda-inĩ ya macani, ũndũ ũrĩa ũmagithĩtie ũhoti wa gũcanga mbeca cia gwaka irathi. Ongereire atĩ kuma athamĩrio thukuru-inĩ ũyũ akoretwo agĩetha njĩra cia gũcenjia ũthiũ wa thukuru ũyũ, na kũgerera kambuni ya Elgon Kenya na anyiti itemi angĩ nĩ mahotete gũcenjia gĩcunjĩ kĩnene gĩa thukuru ũyũ.
When I came here, we started looking for those good well-wishers of Nyanjega, and we found them.
My name is Nelson Maina. I work for Elgon Kenya Limited as PR and Communication Manager. For the classrooms, you see we needed to give them a conducive environment of learning, so that they were saying, and they told us, when the glasses were broken, the classrooms had a lot of holes. So now, they told us now they can't read, because when they come in the morning they find there's a lot of water inside. So instead of learning, they start by removing the water. That's why we thought it's good to build them good classrooms.
Arutwo aya matihithĩte gĩkeno kĩao thutha wa irathi ciao kũheo ũthiũ mwerũ.
Sasa hivi venye zimekuwa renovated, kuna lights kwa class, kuna perfect ventilation of air, na sai all windows are sealed, venye hata hakuna baridi inaingia. Also the walls have been painted, si venye zilikuwa rusty kitambo. Na sai the floors are fine, they are made up of tiles and there are no more potholes.
Shule iko smart. I feel like a queen learning in it. Sai we have new walls, new roofs, lights.
He requested that the classes get plastered inside and outside, and that one was done.
Some of the classes which have tiles, kids are learning hygiene, cleanliness, Yeah. Since some of them come from different homes, different backgrounds and everything, now Elgon Kenya, when it partners with the school, it's improving a lot. Yeah, even to the education of the kids, because that's part of learning. Cleanliness is part of learning.
Na kuona ni ũritũ gũthomithia arutwo marĩ ahũtu, abithaa wa Elgon Kenya augĩte nĩ marugũrĩtie mũbango wa Tap to Eat ũrĩa ũkũhotithia arutwo othe kũrĩa thukuru.
What inspired Elgon Kenya to give them food is when we visited the school, we found hungry student. Then, hungry student. So we decided, and why they are hungry is because of their nature, because the parents worked in this plantation. So sometimes they get money, sometimes there is no money. That's why we decided to give them food. We used to give them porridge, but then we upgraded from porridge to a complete healthy meal.
Since I came to this school, tulikuwa tunakunywa only porridge na tulikuwa tunakunywa saa 5. So hatukuanga tunaprovideiwa lunch. Tulikuwa tunajibebea lunch yetu. And kabla lunch ifike, hiyo chakula ilikuwa ishakuwa baridi. So tulikuwa tuna struggle sana. Na kuna wengine pia hawakuanga wana afford, hawakuwa wanabeba food. So lakini venye Tap to Eat ilikuja na ilianza last year. So tulikuwa tunalipa 15 shillings per child. So we were not sure kama parents wetu wako na hiyo pesa ya kutulipia. So mtu alikuanga like lunch ikifika unaenda tu unajaribu. So unaenda bila sahani kujaribu tu kama umelipiwa.
For example, like you have 5 people in the same school, it would cost a lot of fortune. So some were going hungry and others were not coming to school.
Siku hizi tuna tap free because of Dr. Bimal Kantaria. Alituambia atakuwa anatuprovidea lunch for free. Sisi we are very happy as a school.
With the introduction of the feeding program in school, it has lessened the burdens from the parents. Since the collaboration we're having the Nyanjega School with the Elgon Kenya, they came up with an idea of like making sure all children, those who are able to pay for the Tap to Eat and others who are not able to pay, they did a blanket cover for every pupil who are in school has to be fed.
Mũbango ũyũ nĩ ũnyitĩtwo mbaru nĩ mũrutani mũnene thukuru-inĩ ũyũ, akiuga nĩ ũrehete wĩigananu harĩ arutwo othe.
Life was very difficult for the pupils and considering the distance they travel from the homes to come here. Hata mtu akiwa alikuwa ametumia kachai tu, akifika hapa energy diminished. Elgon Kenya is doing a great job as far as Nyanjega is concerned. It was the one which was giving us uji. It is now the one that is giving us Tap to Eat. The children are fed for free, every child in the school. They have even gone a long way in providing all the children with the plates and cups for the Tap to Eat program.
I feel very happy for myself and also for my fellow students. Nikijua that saa 7 nitakula lunch, saa 7 sitakula chakula baridi na siwezi kosa kulipiwa because I'm eating free lunch. And also for the rest of the students in this school, pia wao feel poor. Juu kuna wenye wako wanaweza kulipiwa but siku hizi wanakulanga free lunch every day.
We have a menu like on Monday tunakulanga rice and beans. On Tuesdays, rice and dengu special. On Wednesday, rice and green grams. On Thursdays, rice and mbosho. Sasa, on Friday, tunaweza kula any of those. But my favorite meal is rice and beans, yellow beans. I love it. Kitambo tulikuwa tunajibebea lunch. Like kuna wengine pia hawakuwa wana afford hizo pesa za Tap to Eat. Tulikuwa tuna feel vibaya kuna wengine hawakuli na sisi tunakula cause hawa afford hiyo pesa. But right now kila mtu ana tap free, hakuna cha eti kama hujalipa ukuli. Sasa kila mtu anakula free.
Na kuona ũrĩmi nĩguo mũnyiginyigi wa bũrũri wa Kenya, kũgerera 4K Club, gĩkundi kĩrĩa gĩtabanagio ũrĩmi mathukuru-inĩ, Elgon Kenya nĩ manyitanĩire na thukuru makĩria ma 1,500, Nyanjega ĩrĩ ĩmwe ya thukuru ici.
As Elgon Kenya, we have this program called 4K Club. Kuungana, kufanya, kusaidia Kenya. So this is for primary schools. So what we are doing, we are supporting about 1,500 schools in the country. Why we are doing this is now we want them to love agriculture. We want to tell them agriculture is not going to the farm, taking a djembe and digging. There's technologies. So we want to tell them agriculture is a big business and there's money in agriculture. That's what we are doing.
We registered the 4K Club. 4K Club is a subsidiary from the Ministry of Agriculture that helps the children learn about farming at a young age. Some of them pick it like it's like punishment being in the farm, but you're training them a bit of the smart farming of where they can farm and make money out of it.
Enjoy most watching the seedlings grow, watching them for when they were young into how big they now are and they are ready for harvest. Enjoying the company of my friends as we are out there in the farm, how we conduct the practices with teamwork and cooperation. I enjoy more about agriculture, learning more about agriculture and learning new skills.
It's still part of their curriculum in the farming. So we might have kids who will not have A grades, but they're also good managers. They can also be good business people. So when they are getting into the farming skills from school, it will help them explore more when they come out from the school.
Okay Club, it started on last year na iliintroduciwa na our head teacher. So akatuambia that 4K Club only needs 100 members. Kuna pupils walijitolea, so I was one of them. In 4K Club, we plant kales, cabbages, spinach and black nightshades, which is managu.
Arutwo aya matarĩirie nĩ mahotete kũnorwo ciĩgiĩ ũrĩmi nĩ Elgon Kenya, marĩ na ũnyitanĩri na Smash Foundation, ũndũ ũrĩa ũmahotithĩtie gũkũria mĩmera ĩtiganĩte thukuru-inĩ hamwe na mĩciĩ-inĩ.
They have also come in handy as far as our farm is concerned. They have given us chemicals, fertilizers. They have given us even snack sprayers and foliar for our crops.
It's fun. I love agriculture. Even me, I have a container garden. Nikatafuta 2 small containers, nikatengeneza small garden yangu, nimepanda kales. So kama home, mama na pesa ya kubuy kales, huwa nachuna na mama anaweza pika.
Tumiwa advisors na crew kutoka Elgon Kenya, wakatufunza kutengeneza innovative gardens. Kwa hizo innovative gardens tulipanda cabbages, tukapanda sukuma wiki, tukapanda lettuce, managu na vitunguu.
So hizo skills zimenisaidia sana cause zinanisaidia hadi ku earn money, hadi zinasaidia shule yetu cause hizo mboga huwa zinauzwa na head teacher and we earn money.
Elgon Kenya imekuwa essential, a very strong pillar to us. Walitusaidia na seedlings, wakatusaidia na pesticides, wakatutumia crew na wakatusaidia pia na fertilizers.
Nĩ matarĩirie ũrĩa magunĩkĩte ta thukuru nĩ mũbango ũyũ wa 4K Club.
The importance of farming in the whole curriculum in the school and even in the outside world. Farming will improve the food basket of the nation. From if it starts from now, they'll understand what it means in the future. As we try, in the world is trying to go green in whatever they are working on. Yeah? So if this child grows knowing he can get some money from farming, it means you give that kid an exposure of even learning more when he goes to the outside world. So that gives them an open thing as they are learning in school. With whatever we'll get from the farm, it will support some of those children in a sense that there are some children who will come with torn clothes, but now the school can have a kitty that will take care of those kind of children in the school.
Mũrutani mũnene augĩte arutwo aya makoretwo magĩka wega kĩmathomo na matikoretwo magĩtĩratĩra thukuru. Oho nyitanĩri na Elgon Kenya nĩ magũrĩte mabuku merũ ma gũthoma.
They have brought here the Lions people and they have provided us with the textbooks that are enough for all the pupils in our school. Library books that are enough for all of the pupils in the school. They have also come in and interjected here and there in so many areas. The gate, they are the ones that constructed that gate and so many other things.
Rĩu bodi, mũrutani mũnene hamwe na arutwo a thukuru ũyũ nĩ macoketie ngatho kũrĩ Elgon Kenya nĩ gũtigĩrĩra arutwo matinahĩtũkĩrĩrwo nĩ mathomo.
This school is very beautiful. It looks like a palace. I'm proud of it. I'm also proud of Elgon. Yeah. And our head teacher, niende alifanya wakue hapa.
But now, today, when you look at it, you don't believe it is Nyanjega. It is a classroom that you can find in Alliance. It is a dining that you can find in Roleto Remuru House. And I'm happy because that change has made us to have more courage. I feel proud. I feel proud because if you live in a good place, a place where people are happy, a place where people are seeing that things are happening, the rest are the enemies that you will have. But when you live in a place whereby there is nothing being done, every day it is the same system, watu wataona yule tu mtu wetu ni kukaa tu anakaa chini, hakuna kitu anafanya. I'm happy because of my board. They have assisted me a lot to knock doors. And remember, even in the Bible it is said that knock and the door will be done what? And we still continue knocking. Because if you don't knock, nobody will know whether you are inside or you are outside. But when you knock, people will know there is somebody outside there. We will knock doors. We will not be ashamed saying that we need this because hata msemo wa Kiambu unasema kamwinge koyaraga nini ndiri.
Seneta wa Kiambu Karungo Wathang'o nake ndatigetwo na thutha agĩcokia ngatho kũrĩ Elgon Kenya na kũria kambuni ingĩ ibuate kĩonereria gĩkĩ gĩa gũcokia guoko kũrĩ mũingĩ.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Elgon Kenya for their beautiful initiative as Nyanjega Primary School of feeding over 220 school-going kids. You know, this is a big thing for a private entity, you know, collaborating with a public entity, and especially feeding small children who come to school hungry. So it's not a small thing, and that's why we say here in Kiambu County, we are grateful to Elgon Kenya for what they're doing, not only to Nyanjega, even over 1,000 schools across the country. So this is for me to say a thank you very much. And I would want to urge as many corporates, private entities, to do what we call CSR or to do what we call giving back to the community. Because even if the government is doing what it's doing, we need you to collaborate with the communities so that we can come up with such initiatives that is going to assist our children. And you know, when you feed a child, that child will follow up with her or his education without any problem. So it means that they will learn easily, you know, it means that they will never lack classes or they don't go to class because of being hungry. So it is a good initiative to do that.
Oho atarĩirie gĩkĩ nĩ kĩonereria kĩega akĩũria ũnyitanĩri kũrĩ mũingĩ, kambuni itiganĩte hamwe na rũhonge rwa thirikari rwa NGCDF nĩguo gũkũria mathukuru bũrũri-inĩ.
But I also would want to say this. CDF that is mandated to develop schools by, you know, building classes should be, you know, used well. Because you see such a school like Nyanjega, which has so many children, and many of them come from humble background, they need to go and find somewhere warm. They need to go and find a nice class. So if we can all of us join hands, CDF will do its part, will do nice classes, the community can do their part, the private entities can do their part. I believe together we can have better schools and better places for children to learn.
Ihinda-inĩ rĩu nĩ areganĩte na ndereti ĩrĩa ĩkoretwo kuo ya kũhukia NG-CDF, akiuga nĩ ĩteithĩrĩirie makĩria harĩ kũrehe ũtungata hakuhĩ na mũingĩ.
On the issue of CDF, despite me being a senator, and you know senators, we fight for devolution, but I believe CDF was the first devolution. And I know the courts and everybody has been saying that it should be abolished. For me, I don't agree with him. I agree CDF should be there. Anything that we can do to devolve any service, you're devolving anything to reach mwananchi, it should be done. Whether you devolve it through member of parliament, you devolve it through senator, you devolve it through chief, as long as it is getting to the people.
Oho nĩ atarĩirie ndakenetio nĩ ambunge amwe, akiuga kũgerera NG-CDF makoretwo makĩrugĩra irio handũ hamwe na gũcoka gũtwarwo thukuru-inĩ itiganĩte mathaa ma ranji, akiuga nĩguo kũgitĩra ciana citũ nĩ wega irio irugagĩrwo mathukuru-inĩ.
And because CDF is doing classes, CDF nowadays they are now feeding children in schools, although I'm not really happy with their model. I'm not happy with what some waheshimiwa are doing by centralizing where they cook food for all the children in their constituency. They have one main kitchen for a whole constituency. That means they cook the food from that center, then it is distributed to schools through lorries and whatever means. I'm against that because you see, if this food was to be contaminated, you can wipe out a whole constituency. But you see, some members of parliament are doing that because they want to make money by supplying food to some of these things. So what they should do, empower schools for every school to cook their food. Also, this will create jobs within the localities. But when they centralize this food, I see danger ahead, and we should speak about it. But nevertheless, if it was to be done well, this is what every CDF should be doing. And what Elgon Kenya is doing, it's what CDF should be doing. What Elgon Kenya is doing is what government should be doing. What Elgon Kenya is doing is what we, the leaders, the government, the MPs, and everyone should be emulating and doing and making sure that this food can be cooked in schools and it can be healthy and it can be, you know, as quality as what some of the MPs are saying. They are centralizing so that they can look at quality. No, I mean, kupika mbosho na kupika githeri ni maji tu na kuni. So mine is to say that I would support this initiative and I request other people to do something back to their community. If you're well endowed, if your company is doing something, if your company is making profits, help the children. Because if you help the children, you help the future. And by so doing, you also get blessed because God above the skies will be seeing what you're doing.
Kiambu TV, kuma Kiambu wadi ya Tigoni, thukuru-inĩ wa mũthingi wa Nyanjega, gĩa na ũtukũ mwega.
Thank you, Elgon Kenya. This is Nyanjega Comprehensive School. We are the future.